We're not doing this so we're loved by all, or for all the accolades or what have you. We really are doing this because we have a real passion for the independent talent of all genres. I mean, that's when you know you're a true music lover, is when you can see the talent in all genres. And as I've said many, many times, that doesn't mean you're going to like every single thing you hear. It doesn't mean that by any means. But most people who listen with an open mind and an open ear are still going to find the talent in something that may not be their, necessarily their cup of tea. And I know we mentioned this earlier, and I've mentioned it many times before. I feel honored and blessed to have the type of community we're building here. And by community, I mean you, the listeners, and the fans of all these various independent artists. It just amazes me that, we live in a day and age where everybody wants to be a victim, where everybody's complaining about something. And it is refreshing to be in a community, an online community at that, where the drama is the worst. It is so refreshing to be part of a community like this, where everybody is so supportive and positive with each other. And that says a lot about the quality of listener we have here at Music Mafia Radio. And I would have to argue that we have some of the most quality listeners out there. I would stand by that. I would bet my left nut on it. You guys are freaking awesome. And like I always say, I mean, we're going to take this shit over together. You, me, them, us. It's a straight-up revolution. It is a straight-up revolution. A lot of this talent has been hidden and in the shadows for way too long. And it's a sad, sad shame that so many of these artists have been overlooked or have been contained to maybe such a small area. And we're just doing our best here at Music Mafia Radio to expand that area. We want these guys heard not just all around the country, but all over the world. And it's starting to work. As Cliff mentioned earlier tonight, they're being heard in different countries now and various different stations. And I think that out of anything, to hear things like that is what thrills us the most, because that was always the ultimate goal. Yes, I want you mofos to find this show entertaining. I want this to be one of those shows that you have no problem faithfully tuning into. But, as I mentioned earlier, we're not in competition with everyone. We truly believe here at Music Mafia Radio the goal should be to spread the word to as many as possible, to have as many places play them as possible. That we firmly believe that's what the ultimate goal should be. And it's exactly why more of us in this field need to work together. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if every single, listen, anybody can do a podcast nowadays, and there are thousands, let me take that back. There are millions of people out there doing podcasts, but there are thousands and thousands of people that are doing podcasts like what we're doing here with the independent music. Could you imagine the force it would be such a force to be reckoned with if we worked together and expanded that community. This independent movement would be unstoppable. There wouldn't be enough lobbyists. There wouldn't be a lobbyist with big enough balls to take on this community and try and shut it down. And I want to tell you guys something. These independent artists, and what myself and others are doing out there to display them and get their talent and spread the word out there, let me tell you something. It's working. And FM radio, those big ass clowns, they're scared right now. They are running scared right now. This is stuff I pay attention to. And they are lobbying Congress as I speak to shut down people like me. And if they're not able to shut down people like me, what they're trying to do is have the same rules enforced on us that are enforced on them, knowing that those that are doing what I'm doing, we're not in the position to pay. Because that's what government rules means. You're paying. You're paying out your ass. I don't even know why I call it rules. But they know that the little guy like me, we don't have the capital or the back-end to take on the same rules that are given to mainstream radio. And that's exactly why they're lobbying to have them enforced. And if at all possible, to have us shut right down. And greed has a lot to do with it. But the majority of it is they are scared shitless right now. FM radio is dying more and more, not just by the year, by the day. And it's a beautiful damn thing. And I'm stubborn. I mean, they try to enforce some kind of BS governmental laws on me. That's going to make for a fun show, people. Right? You're going to be listening when I'm on live and they're beating down my door trying to deport Jose and lock me up for whatever stupid rule they can come up with. Man, that'd be a good show, huh?
To anyone who listens to you, taking innocence, exploiting every part of you, distorting everything that I've ever said to you. Dig, and you dig a little more, try to find some dirt once more, and you dig a little more, try to find some dirt once more. Make no investment, no guarantees at all. When you make a choice, it doesn't matter who's around. Only what affects you. Differentiate. You always separate yourself. Who's your alibi? I'll always call you bluff. I'm not your scapegoat, the one you always call when life gets rough. What I say, not what you think I say. What I say.
Oh, Jose, come on, you dropping the ball there, Jose. You had a smidgen of dead air. I was ready, you weren't. Give me that eye. All right, listen, guys, I'm going to wrap this up, but before I do, I want to take care of a few things here. First and foremost, big shout-outs to those of you in that Mafioso show chat. Susanna, I love you. Denise, Rose, she was the winner of a Get Lucky, Win a Ducky t-shirt the other night, and also the recipient of a $25 Amazon gift card. And Rose, did that make it to you? I didn't get any messages from you, so I'm assuming that did make it to you okay. Let's see, a big shout out to Cosmic Debris. You guys know how much we love Cosmic Debris here at Music Mafia Radio. Check them out, please. Cosmic with a Z. If you love all things indie, you're gonna love Cosmic Debris. And listen, that's not even a question. I mean, obviously, you love all things indie if you've been hanging out here this long. Check out Cosmic Debris. Kim Carney, a big shout out to her, but I'm saving her for last. I want to get back to her here in a second. Let's see, Mrs. Kaz. Don't tell Mr. Kaz, but by God, do I love you too. Michelle. Michelle, I hope you're still listening. Michelle was also the winner of a Get Lucky Win a Ducky t-shirt the other night, and also a winner of one of those $25 Amazon gift cards. Now, Michelle, I noticed today that was the email I can send that to. So I promise you, Michelle, I'm going to do that as soon as I get off the air here. I didn't forget about you. Thanks for tuning in. Debbie Cooper, thank you for hanging out in that show, Chad. There's a Dr. Paul hanging out, another great musician that we play here on Music Mafia Radio. Randall, my boy Randall. What's going on, buddy? Joyce, love you, baby. Let's see. I'm scrolling down. If I missed you, I apologize. You guys know how much I appreciate you in that Mafioso show chat. Those of you in the shadows, hey, listen, I appreciate you just as much. But listen, these guys are brave enough to hop in and say hello to me. Let's see here. Kim Carney. All right, now, so, we billed this tonight as Kim Carney was going to be my co-host tonight. And I first and foremost want to thank her for giving that a shot. We're working on it, and it's a couple of months away. We she's got some stuff, and we've got some stuff to get in order before it's official. But it's always in the plans that one day you are going to be hearing a show hosted by Kim Carney here on Music Mafia Radio. And I thought bringing her on as a co-host tonight would be a great way to kind of get her feet wet and get comfortable with the whole idea of being on the air and what have you. Now, I want to thank her the most for understanding and letting me kick her off. We're having something about her connection was just causing some crazy audio issues, as you heard there in that first segment with Cliff Wheeler. And so that was kind of the reason why we broke from that first segment, so as I could kick her off. But I do want to thank her so much for understanding why. It's my fault. It is totally my fault. This was spur of the moment. I kind of just threw this on her, a couple of hours before the show. I probably should have spent a little bit more time making sure the audio was just right and the connections were just right or what have you. I apologize for not doing that. I'm going to work behind the scenes to figure out what went wrong with that, and we're going to have her on co-hosting with me again. So I do apologize for having to throw you off, Kim, and